Thank you for listening to this Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.
Call yourselves Title Town? Are you kidding me?
That's fraud.
It feels like a gray area.
Spoiler alert, Canada. Cup's coming back to the US of A.
There's way too much negative stigma attached to strippers.
I hate you guys so much.
My dog just shit his ass.
Hey, everybody. It is Wednesday night. It is time to get drunk with us. This is Craft Brewed Sports. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how you feeling tonight, man?
Whatever. Oh, we're not doing this week? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. What's going on, man?
I didn't ask you the right question. You totally threw me off.
I was wondering if I'd catch you on that. I was like, all week I kept thinking I'm just going to say whatever when he intros me, no matter what. Whatever.
In my head, I was like, okay, what's the line? Come on, bring it. Get the line. But man, you killed me.
Went better than I expected.
Yeah, well done.
Doing great, feeling good. How are you?
Great, man. Great to see you. Also, as always, in the speakeasy is Mookie. Mookie, how we doing tonight, man?
Good. I have no idea what just happened, but that's probably a good sign. So, yeah, happy to be here tonight. I'm back again.
You don't remember last week when we screwed you up with the say what you say line during the intro? Last week was rough, man. It's fine. You get a pass from last week. You're good. You're good.
Does he remember yesterday? Whatever. Good call.
By the way, all I was gonna say is I don't recognize any say what you say conversations because that's just a wasted brain space. Like I got better things to do with that than to hold on to that crap.
Aiden, how you doing, man?
Yeah, let's say hi to Aiden. Aiden, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good for the third straight week. I think the Braves are trying to crack 500 today, so today's the day it's gonna happen. Today's the day. They'll be 500 above 500 for the first time all year today.
It would make me very happy though if they cracked 500 against the Downs Phillies. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
That'd make it even better. Sweet. Yes.
Hell yes.
Exactly.
Well, we will listen later, Aiden, for when they blow this game, and then you're just
damn it! Don't do that.
I was gonna say it may have already happened.
That's still 0-0. We got time.
All right.
Aiden, just so that everybody knows, I did send Aiden a Kong Bong, and his roommate lost their mailbox key, so he doesn't have it. But he does have wine. He brought wine with him. The 19 crimes. I totally forgot we were even doing that. The only thing I remember from last week's show that really stands out, Drew, I don't even know if you realized you were doing it. You kept switching our placement on the screen so that I would.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I absolutely knew what I was doing there.
You remember that, but you don't remember the intro?
I know, I remember the intro too. It just, I look, dude, I don't want to talk about say what you say. I just don't. I just don't want to talk about it anymore because it's not a good song. I know.
Okay, that's enough of that slander. That's enough of that. Thank you, Scott, for being quick with the mute button. Let's talk about these beers that we're drinking this week. Thank you.
Whatever. What fucking ever.
For tuning in. Let us know in the comments what you guys are drinking. Robert Taylor drinking some Bottle Logic Retrograde Orbit. It's a 6.1% hoppy lager. Man, that sounds good. Robert Taylor always with the delicious Bottle Logic brews. Scott, what do you got in your mug tonight?
Not anything from Mad Tree. There's no Rubus Cacao this week, baby. I finally upgraded. Beer drop coming in for the win. I am drinking Carrate Cake, which is a carrot cake sour. This motherfucker is orange as shit. Comes with 100 pounds of carrot juice, dark brown sugar, golden molasses, and lactose.
And you didn't tell me about that part. You just told me about the carrots.
Yes, and then it also has nutmeg and cinnamon. And listen, look, I've been an old man at heart forever. I like oatmeal raisin cookies. That doesn't mean I don't like chocolate chip, but I enjoy an oatmeal raisin. I enjoy my pumpkin pie. And God damn it, if carrot cake isn't my all-time favorite dessert. I know, I'm fucking weird. I love me carrot cake. So when I saw this as an option, I had to get it. And it is coming in strong.
Bro, no. Also, is there any chance we can see how orange it is? Because with beer drop, I don't think we got these, Mike. Right?
I did not have this one offered to me. They must not have recommended this one to me.
I'll have to pour it in unless you can see, because obviously you can't. See
obviously with the amazing dugout mugs. By the way,
my Chipper Jones mug.
Chipper Jones.
Hey.
Now you may have just barely missed the last date to be able to ship your dad a dugout mug for Father's Day, guaranteed. But you know what is better than a Father's Day present? A late Father's Day present when they think you're a terrible kid, you fucked up and forgot to get them something, and it shows up magically, and you're like, Dad.
Bro, I got myself a Dad's Day present, and I got myself one of their black Executive Series dugout.
Did you, man?
I had to pull the trigger on it. I cannot wait. Before we
Which one did you get?
The Reds. The Reds.
No, okay, but I mean, like, did they have more than just the original logo? Or?
The original logo.
Okay. I'm see now you're gonna make me do it because I was like,
that's why I did it.
I got
they're sold out.
I've got the bourbon cup. I don't need another one, even though it looks sweet as fucking black. And here you go again.
I did it.
Wait. I thought they sold out of the black oak or whatever it is.
You're
talking about the black finish, right?
The black Executive. They've been coming in and out. Like I got an email that was like, "We've got some more in stock. Hurry up!" And I did. I went in, and at first it said it sold out, and then it was showing, and I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm pulling the trigger." This is the universe trying to tell me this. Mookie, before we get to your beers, we got quite a few comments already about what everybody's drinking tonight. Ed Mayhall drinking Polar Bear? What the shit, Mike?
No, just Polar Black Cherry.
Reading is hard.
So hard.
Yeah, those pre-show fireballs are catching up to me already. Drinking some Toppling Goliath Ferrari backpack. That sounds like an interesting beer. We don't even know that scale, guys. I don't even know what our scale is. Just rate it on whatever you guys want. Gabe with one of my favorite IPAs, Zombie Dust by Three Floyds. I love that one. And John Becker, good old JB, drinking some Braxton Summer Trip. Shout out to John. Him and his wife had a baby recently. And John's a good dude. He helped out.
Congrats, John.
On his break. So big ups to John.
John, I hope you're getting just a little bit of sleep at least.
Well, that's why he's drinking beer, because he's like, I got a few minutes right now. I'm going to drink some right now. Mookie, what do you got in your mug?
I've got a vanilla porter, but also a proposal for the chart, the rating scale. So I honestly saw this and I was like, well, but there's got to be a better name to that. But no, literally, it's just called Vanilla Porter from Dry Dock Brewing Company. They're out of Aurora, Colorado. It's a 5.4 ABV, 3.9 caps on Untapped. Vanilla Porter. That's right. You guessed it. Super solid beer off the bat. Great aroma, and I'll tell you, you can smell and taste the vanilla right off the get-go. So on the decibel chart scale from 0 dead silent to motherfuck all these cicadas, I swear to God, I'm going to napalm my own house and backyard. I'm going to put this at like a chainsaw. So like 105.
That's a great scale, Mookie. Well done. Good job on that one.
I got it. Shout out to my cousin Matt. He actually went outside with like a soundometer and measured the decibels of cicadas in his backyard today. Yeah, but dude, they hit 90 decibels.
Dude, that's insane.
Which is equivalent to a welder.
That is insane.
That's why I live out here in the country. I haven't seen one of those motherfucking things.
Well, it's because you got those death vultures lurking around, man. Cicadas don't fuck with that.
I do have death vultures. They keep the cicadas at bay.
Aiden, no one fuck with that. What do you got in your mug tonight, man? And what wine?
Everything.
I feel a little bit like Scott today because I'm drinking Los Bravos, which I've already had on the show before. So this is my second time drinking that, but it's really solid. No idea how to rank it on the cicada chart, to be honest with you.
I know it's a difficult curveball. I'm sorry, man.
It's cool. I can't think on the fly like that very well. So, but I do, like was mentioned, I have some wine as well because we talked about it last week. The 19 Crimes, big wine guy over here, and they're both really solid. So double fisting over here, having a good time.
Oh man,
great colleging it up, man. You are an inspiration to us all, bruv.
I love it.
Which crime did you get? Do you know? Do you still have the cork?
Oh, the cork says it.
I think isn't it on the other side of the cork?
Impersonating an Egyptian.
Is that a crime?
Well, apparently.
So
I learned that. That's new.
The story is there were 19 crimes back in the day that would get you exiled to Australia. And so every bottle comes with one of the 19 crimes underneath the cork. That is what the sentence is that would have got you put on a ship to go to the prison island of Australia.
Oh,
I was today years old when I learned that. I thought it was just a clever name for the fucking wine.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Clever names. My beer tonight is named Oatey McOatface. It's an oatmeal stout, and I picked it literally just because of the name. This is from.
I thought it was going to be a vanilla porter.
Yeah, I know, right? I thought for sure it'd be a vanilla porter, but instead it's an oatmeal stout. It's 5.4% ABV, so a little low on that one. 3.67 caps on Untappd. I'm going to be bringing that rating up tonight because it is a solid brew. I think on the decibel scale, I'd put this one at like the refrigerator hum. Like there's a little bit of noise there, but it's not annoying. Like it's not something that's driving you crazy. Just that little like low level hum. It's a solid brew. Let us know what you guys are drinking and rate it on the. What's that?
You got to get a new refrigerator. You shouldn't be able to hear it.
Nah, you got. There's always a little.
Well, it's like dead silent. Like what the hell?
Exactly. No,
loud ass refrigerator.
When the kids are asleep and you're sitting there and it's fine.
I know when it's 2:00 in the morning, I'm sitting on the computer working in my living room.
Yeah, when it's the first time that it's quiet all day long and all you hear is that. Oh, it's amazing. It's the best. I love it. The sound of peacefulness. Let us know what you guys are drinking. Also, help us out. Share out the show. Biscuit saying he's got 36 acres of woods behind his house and still no cicadas.
Damn.
Amazing. I don't have a single tree in my
Biscuit,
yard, and it is
Biscuit in the south.
Never heard. No, Biscuit's up in Dayton. He's like right up 71. Up 70.
So that makes no motherfucking sense. How are there none in? Oh wait, nobody wants to go to Dayton.
True story though.
Have you guys had Scott? So you have no cicadas, Scott? Nothing at all.
Haven't seen a single one other than video.
That's
Drew,
insane.
have you had the instances where the cicadas are trying to bang your lawnmower? Like as you're cutting the grass, you're just getting hammered with cicadas because they're all trying to boink your lawnmower?
Dude, let me tell you this shit. All right. So yes, I had that happen, but the worst thing of all the cicada experiences happened just yesterday. And so we've had to deal with all the shit, them dive bombing us outside or whatever. Our dog, not that far yet. Our puppy has eaten probably 4 dozen of them in the last 2 days. I had the incident where we were leaving the driving range, and as I'm leaving the parking lot and turning onto the road, a cicada flies in the window and lands on my fucking seatbelt here and is screaming. And so we almost died, but we survived, thank God. Just yesterday, I let the dogs out like during a break from work. I let the dogs out on the porch. I come back inside. I go back to my desk. I got a standing desk. So I'm standing at this point. I go back to the desk. 5-10 minutes pass. And I just feel something on my shoulder. And I just kind of absentmindly go over like this. And it's a fucking cicada who rode in on my shoulder and is sitting there for 10 minutes. And so when I go like this, it freaks out, starts screaming, and flies across the room. As that happens, I go to duck away from it and just plow my head into my own fucking desk trying to avoid the cicada that rode inside my house and hung out with me for 10 minutes. Like, fuck these things. Before I was like, whatever, who cares? I'm ready to just burn it all to the ground, man. Burn it all to the ground, start over.
Well, this is also year 17 brewed. If you don't know, this is the 17-year cicadas, and this is also Ryan Fitzmagic's 17th year. So people are pointing out that he only this is going to be his peak of his career because he's 17 years in the league. So he is the cicada whisperer. He was all pumped up because the cicada landed on his beard recently at OTAs. I don't know what football talk we got tonight, but we do have some baseball talk to get to. We got another round of dumpster fire that we're going to do tonight. What else? Oh, Drew wants to talk some Jay Cutler. I can't believe we haven't talked about this already, but we got Jay Cutler. And also joining us here shortly is our good friend Blake Stephenson, Money Blakeweather, because Mayweather fought Logan Paul recently over the weekend. And I know Moogie's already disappointed that we're going to talk about this fight, but I need to know from a real Floyd Mayweather fan what that was like and what to take from that fight. So Money Blakeweather is going to be joining us. I see him hopping into this stream already. Look at this
USA tank on, baby. Yes.
Oh boy.
From the porch. He's
Here we go.
I'm not even getting into the house. I'm popping in my in my fucking American flag beater. Blakeweather, what's up, buddy?
Hey, give the guy some love. He's looking fresh too up top. Looking good.
Hell yeah.
Good, man. Blake,
Like he came in prepared here. Unlike us clubs.
Man, did y'all want the whole show or what? Come on, man. Come on, baby. How y'all doing, man?
Good, man.
Good. Welcome back, Blake. Welcome back.
We haven't seen Blake in a while. Blake is the host of Unfiltered Bachelor. He's also a huge Floyd Mayweather fan, big MMA fan, boxing fan. So I had to get him on here to talk about this Mayweather-Logan Paul fight that we saw this weekend. Before we get into that, look, he's laughing. He knows.
I mean, come on, man. Like, Blake, I'm so nervous here, Blake. Just come on.
He's like, why are we talking about this? Even a Mayweather fan is like, why you want to talk about this fake BS?
Right?
I didn't say shit. I just came here. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on. That's a great defense, by the way.
Money, let me ask you, did you pay to watch that fight on Sunday?
No, so I went to a bar over here in Austin called Corner Bar. They always show all the fights for free, which is really cool. And it's always really chill, too. It's a really chill sports bar. Like the side of town it's at is just like a lot of white people. So ain't nobody...
Hey! Now, don't knock that. That's where I prefer to have.
He goes. It's really chill.
All of
a lot of white
There's
people.
a lot of white people. I'm in here. Let's go.
I mean, is that basically?
I know nothing's gonna pop off here. There's a lot of
like saying there are a bunch of gym rats in there just hanging out.
No, I mean, like, it's just a lot of chill white people that just like to drink, like, as opposed to other sports bars I've been, where it's a lot of aggro people who, when they talk shit, like they seem like they mean it. Like when a white person talks shit, like over here at this bar, like they're just like, oh, I can do that. I can do that. And then they start laughing. They're like, nah, I get my ass kicked. But so they realize the extent of their comment. Like they realize they fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I absolutely understand what you're saying. I respect that. Because, yeah.
Like, you just described me. That's like me at every bar. We're like, this is, if I could handle it. No, I could. Come on, man. I couldn't do that.
And it's funny, too, because they'll say it. Like, man, I could do that shit, you know, and then they'll take a swig of their beer. Nah, I'm just kidding. Like I couldn't. He's 44. He kicked my ass. I don't know.
You know what it is? You know what they sound like? They sound like hockey fans. They're realistic, but they still got a little scrap in them.
Jared in the comments saying he wants his money back for that fight that he watched over a TikTok live.
Jared.
He didn't pay for it. He watched it on TikTok. He wants his money back. And Biscuit wants to know, Blake, screw the fight. What's your favorite barbecue spot in Austin?
That's a great question.
And taco joint.
And taco joint. My favorite is Valentina's. I love them. I think they're just phenomenal, and they've actually blown up a lot in the last few years. Taco joint. All right, so there's this thing called Birria Tacos. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Birria Tacos.
Yes. I haven't had the joy of eating them, but yeah.
All right, so Birria Tacos, we've got a really great joint called La Tunita. So if anybody ever comes to town or whatever wants to come check out some great birria, like that is my favorite. And I've tried places from here to San Antonio, and like all it is so for those who don't know, it's meat. It's been stewed for like hours and hours and hours, and it's just like shredded brisket basically. But it's like it's so fine and it's so good. And what they do at this particular place is not only do they cook it, they also they put a layer of cheese, and they'll put the cooked meat on top of it, so it looks like a little cheese tortilla. Put your little onion, cilantro in there, and then they'll put that on top of a tortilla that's been soaking in the juices anyways. So they give you that with the little, basically the juices that it's been cooking in. It's called consomme, and you dip that shit in there, and it's the best. It is the best experience of your life.
Blake, I think you just gave Drew a boner. Like, I'm
no. So I'm flashing back because I want to set you up for this softball here, because the place that I had the Birria Tacos was in Chicago.
Okay.
And how do Austin tacos compare to Chicago tacos?
I don't know, because it's not a Chicago thing. That's I think the tacos are originally from like Tijuana or something like that, like some region of Mexico. They got popular in LA, and then the dude, his family is from that region of Mexico, so he came here and he cooks them. So I honestly, I don't know what the hell a Chicago taco is,
But
Bam, that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Yeah, it's no such
Fuck you,
thing, I
Chicago.
suppose.
Oh man, Blake. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this fight. So the one thing I wanted to get your opinion on first was my dude was on the undercard. Ocho Cinco threw hands in this fight.
Oh, goodness.
Bro, throwing hands is the perfect terminology. That's like throwing hands is this. You know what I'm saying? He literally threw hands. You can't say he boxed, he threw hands.
He
Like,
he was in there. My man was in
and
there.
he did a little bit. Didn't he do a little bit of this? He was,
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's a solid defense. I love when he comes back in from the other side of the camera too. He's like, he ducks so far.
yeah.
Like, what is with, like, okay, so there's a thing in stand-up comedy, like every time there's an actor that gets, they're out of roles, they can't get any jobs anymore, or there's like some celebrity, B-list celebrity, they always end up going to stand-up comedy, and then comedy clubs book them because it sells tickets, and it bumps out people who are doing real comedy. What is with boxing becoming like this? Hey, any athlete thinks they can box. Like you got who was the basketball player that got knocked the hell out by
Nate
the
Robinson.
Yeah, Nate Robinson gets knocked out. You got Ocho
God.
Cinco coming in here thinking he can box. Why do all these athletes think they can just hop in the ring and box?
Okay, why do people at the bar think that they know fighting? It's the same shit. Y'all see it on TV? Y'all think it's easy enough as throwing a goddamn basketball around or throwing a football around and throwing a baseball? Something like y'all think it's easy. Like this shit ain't easy. And so I think with that mindset, like anybody, I could throw some gloves on. I come do it. Okay, well, let's check. Like boxing is a great sport. At least right now, it's in an entertainment phase. Since Floyd, I mean, even since Floyd's last fight, right, with Conor, it's gone into this entertainment phase where like it's all about the show. It's really all about the show. And because we're in this entertainment phase, and especially I think coming off of COVID last year, right? Like people are just so eager to see some shit and do some shit. And so why not? Like if you got somebody that says they can do it, well, okay, like we're already having this like circus of a fight as a main event. Like might as well, you're a football player. Great. Let's see what you got. We'll match you with this guy who used to be a former MMA fighter and a kind of a boxer and
bare knuckle fighter, right? He was like 0-3 in bare knuckle. Whatever that bare knuckle thing is.
Bare knuckle fighting, right? Like this guy who's got some combat experience, who's not all that great. The commission will be like, yeah, that's fucking cool, whatever. And so, I mean, that's really what it is. Everybody wants to test their hand. Okay, go test your hand then, because your hand sucks. But go ahead and test it.
So I just want to cut straight to the point here with that. Then, do you think this kind of stuff is good for the sport in the long run?
I mean, it's an interesting question, right? Because like long run, as will it, like, will we look back and be like laughing at it? Like, yeah, but like laughing, or like, will we look back and take it serious? Not really. I mean, it's just kind of a thing. Like, I don't think this will stand out or like be like, remember that time like in boxing when this shit, it'll be forgotten about.
Well, no, and I get that, but I guess maybe what I'm saying more is so with the pandemic and everything, with the normal flow of boxing, when normally you would have fights scheduled and just kind of would roll through its paces, through its season, if you will, like other sports. Do you think this kind of hype or these kind of events are good for the sport, though, so that people are still interested, they're still pulled into it, so that it doesn't vanish, but also at a time, especially as people are still kind of in lockdown globally, they've got something that pulls them into a new sport while they're stuck?
I think that's exactly what this is, right? Like it is drawing fans in because like you have one person who is basically carrying boxing on his back, and that is Canelo, right? Like there's a Canelo fight. Even if you don't watch it, you know Canelo is fighting.
Yep.
Name me another boxer. I'll wait. Okay, great. Right?
Tyson Fury. I got one. Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury. Yeah, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. Like these guys, like that is great too. That's great for a whole nother set of aspects because they're heavyweights too. It gets people excited. But prior to the Deontay Wilder fight, who was talking about they want to watch Tyson Fury? You know, prior to Tyson Fury, who was really talking about like, I want to watch Deontay Wilder. So you get the mesh of two great fighters, and they're like the excitement builds, it spills over into casual fans. This thing is a casual fan, like with the little things that you put on your house, and
it zaps the bugs. You know what I'm saying? With a bug zapper. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Just compare this match to a
But
bug
like the
zapper.
bug zapper kills the bugs. Like, don't you want to just suck the bugs in but not kill them?
I mean, what this does is it doesn't exactly kill you. It like tags you, and then like you kind of get up and you're like, man, I'll do that again. Like if you just give it to
You know what, though? I believe that is how, mosquitoes' minds work. Like, I've seen that happen before. I feel like that's why the zappers don't actually work. They don't have enough voltage.
right. No, it's not killing you. It's not enough voltage to kill you, but it's got to give you a little tase, right?
Yeah.
But then you're like, that kind of let me just try that again. Let me see.
Yeah, that was a good Friday night. Like, yeah, that's not that bad. Like, basically a bug zapper you get at Walmart.
Biscuit wants to see Ocho versus Nate in the ring. Would anybody pay for that fight?
It would be on an undercard of something, maybe.
So, but here's what I want to know: are we better off with these boxing matches that are pure entertainment, or should we just go all in and push them all to WWE? Because I just had the thought pop in my mind, and I would pay money to see Shaq and Nate Robinson tag teamed up against fucking anyone.
Okay, we'll
Honestly.
save that for WWE, but like there's no tag team and you don't play boxing, right?
Well, no, I know. That's why I realized I was like, we don't do tag team in boxing. So, all right, cool. WWE. How about Shaq and Nate Robinson in that? That I feel like
Why
that could
can't
be.
we do tag team boxing? What, dude, okay, seriously, hang on a second. Tag team boxing, think about it for a second. How fun would that be to watch? Like, think
Well, no,
about
isn't there? There's team boxing, right? Like
Dude.
in the Olympics and stuff.
no, there's
What?
no team
What the
boxing.
fuck are you talking
What the hell
about?
are you talking about?
This
Hey,
is
boy.
why
One-on-one.
When we have,
why we need hang on, Drew. You need to stop talking for a second. This is why
Oh,
we are
yeah.
practicing this right now. This is why we need the breathalyzer for Drew right here, because when he makes a comment like this, we can take a bet. How drunk is Drew?
That's
We can
fair.
give you the breathalyzer. That we're doing it. I am buying you a breathalyzer, Drew. We're
No,
doing
don't
that
buy me a
to-
breathalyzer. I'll steal one from Chase. But honestly, and let me just hear me out, because I'm probably wrong on this. But like, in the Olympics, there's Team America, and we go and box in all the different divisions, right? Like, but when
there's no team. It's just
what?
everybody's representing
okay.
the country.
The boxing team.
It's not like NBA, bro. Like it's not. Oh, we got the green.
well, I know it's not like NBA,
Yeah.
but like it's like like this is gonna be such a
Look at
terrible
Team
thing.
USA
It's like in
boxing
tennis.
getting off the bus.
Or
They're
how
so
about
intimidating.
golf? Like, how does their team golf then? I thought it was that similar kind of construct, but clearly I'm wrong. It's cool.
It's
No,
okay.
That happens a lot.
It's okay, Drew. We'll keep you on for a little bit longer. What's the other question we got, man?
Blake, you're the best. You're the best, bro. I appreciate you.
All right, so I want to, before I get into my question specifically about Mayweather and the Paul fight, Scott found something this weekend about along the lines of this fight. What did you find this weekend about this fight, Scott?
I found out two things: that there's a rapper named Blueface. I don't know if you kids listening out there know who the fuck Blueface is, because I don't. But he's
Aiden?
like,
Aiden, do you know who
Yeah.
Aiden, you know who
All right.
Blueface is?
I've heard the name, but I don't listen to Blueface.
Okay, you've gotten one leg up on me because I have never heard of a rapper named Blueface. Apparently, he's LA based. This dumb motherfucker paid $12,000 to watch the fight, and then
What?
had the nerve to get on social media and crinkle up his face like, "Oh man, this is some bullshit. I'm so fucking mad. I spent $12,000 in this fight." Like, who the fuck told you to spend $12,000 on this dumbass? You can watch it for free on TikTok. Like, what
Right.
the hell is wrong with you?
Not a goddamn person told you to do something outlandish like that. The audacity of this man.
I wouldn't pay $12,000 to watch anything. Let
Well, no,
alone
wait.
something like
Was
this
he-
that was already billed as like a joke. Like, it wasn't like anybody thought this was fucking serious.
I
But
did.
he was at the fight, right?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, he was there.
I mean, so he got more than just the terrible fight. He also got, like the sweet service, the mini bar, all the snacks. Like, so there was at least some he got for it.
He got
No.
front row seats.
That bottle service ringside ain't worth anything.
I don't think he's getting bottle service ringside. That's what I'm saying. I think this dude's hitting the concession stand, and he's like, "Can I get a tall craft? I'll do
No,
that."
he's like,
$12.30.
where y'all got
this
like those
motherfucker.
dollar menus here? Like, can I get a $1 dog, a $1 Coke? Because I spent
my God, that's my
$12,000
favorite
to
part.
get it. I spent $12,000 to get in here. I'm a little light on cash, so I'm gonna do a $1 Coke, a $1 hot dog, and I don't have enough for chips.
So what?
Give
Give me fucker actually pay for?
Give me some nachos. Hold the cheese. That's what I want. I want nachos and no cheese. Is that less? I get to save 80 cents on the cup of cheese. Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh no, you're doing that wrong. You go give me nachos, hold the nacho. Just give me the cheese.
I hope this motherfucker took out an advance on this shit. He went to his record company and was like, "Yeah, man, I know I'm about to have this hit record, but can I get $12,000 for this fight?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, no problem, Blue. Go on ahead, bro."
What was he planning to like rust the ring?
No, I don't know what he was planning on
He
doing.
better have been sitting on Mayweather's lap for $12,000. Goddamn. Like he should have had him in one of those baby carriers. Like, Blue, you just
get to push the iron for $12K. You should get to push the iron on his face and like smooth everything out. Like that's $12K worth.
I held his spit bucket, baby.
Wait, for $12K you gotta work? Fuck that. What kind of thing is this shit?
No, that's an experience in and of itself. I'd pay for an experience like that, but it would obviously be way more.
Would you pay $12,000 to walk to the ring with Floyd? Like just he and his posse walking behind him.
That would be worth more. That would be worth the $12,000, not just sitting in a seat.
Yeah, I figure it out.
Yeah, Robert Taylor, by the way, is gonna shit his ass with that Reaper sauce.
Yeah, Robert Taylor is eating a Western bacon burger with Kansas City Reaper barbecue sauce and Carolina Reaper cheese. Good Lord, man. R.I.P. to your booty hole. Thoughts and prayers for that. Blake, all right, so here's my question as it relates to this fight. You've got Floyd Mayweather, who literally came out afterwards and was like, I am the best at legalized robbery. Like, he flat out told you, I am robbing you because you are paying a 44-year-old man to fight in an exhibition fight where we're not even going to declare a winner. It's just going to be a thing. I'm telling you from the start, this is all bullshit, and you're still paying. He pulled in like over $100 million and allegedly on that fight. He's like, I'm the best at legalized robbery. Meanwhile,
I know where 12K if it came from.
On the other side, you got this YouTube guy who has zero credentials whatsoever. I mean, his best win before this was knocking out Nate Robinson, and now he's fighting one of the
that was his brother.
Oh, that was his brother. So he didn't even do anything. He's got nothing.
He's fought in KSI twice, right? Like he's fought in KSI twice. He lost in an exhibition, and I think he lost a split decision in like a real actual boxing fight. Like that's it. That's all he's got.
He's got no credentials, and here he is up against one of the greatest names in boxing history, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters. Who's the better businessman here, Floyd or Paul? Because they both seem like geniuses. Or are we all just that stupid that we're all just like, nah, this is cool, take my money?
They knew what they were doing when they were like, when one answered the phone and was like, you want to fight? And the other one's like, yeah, you want to make money? Yeah, all right. Like, duh, winning. I mean, again, like, here's the kicker with this, bro. Like, Floyd knows everybody will pay to people have, to watch him lose. Well, he's never going to lose. Like, that's the thing. Like, he's never going to leave in an exhibition fight. Like, there is no way. Like, I remember I saw somebody's Snapchat that was like, I got money on Paul to win. And I'm like, bro, there's no winner. What happened? What are you talking about, bro?
Somebody just took his money.
Someone took your money, too. Like, you got double took. You got double took, bro.
Yeah, man, I gave my bookie $12K for this Paul winner. And bookie's like, yeah, man. Yeah, you got the winner tonight.
I got 7-1 odds on it too, baby. Here we go.
The fuck, bro. So you got just dumb people like that, right? And so like Floyd is well aware he is a businessman, right? And I love how everybody would just like, I was hearing people talk before the fight, like, man, Floyd's been probably just like, going to strip clubs and drinking, and he probably doing drugs and stuff. Floyd has never done a drugs in his day of his life. He has not smoked the marijuanas. He has not taken one marijuana, right? Like, he doesn't drink. Like,
why?
He keeps his body immaculate because like it has got him this, like when he was boxing, like his, like coming up, like his dad was like a very like rigorous training dad, and his uncle was a little bit less, but was just like, bro, like you want to keep winning, keep doing this, right? So he has kept his body in immaculate condition. Yeah, like he looks at his body as a temple. Like, and he's talked about it in that sense. Like, my body makes my business. Like, I'm not gonna ruin it. So I'm hearing these people talk, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's who's taking. That's why Floyd's taking your money. Like, because y'all stupid. That's all it is. Like, y'all don't do your research. Like, y'all don't know. So Floyd knows people don't know, and it is the easiest thing. He's like, yeah, people would love to. Like, he's like, I could fight anybody. I could fight a real professional boxer. People would pay for that. But I'll fight this kid that nobody likes, that is notorious for people not liking, and they might even root for him to beat me. But I'm not going to lose because there's no losing here. So where's the downfall? I'm sorry. People are going to watch me lose. Okay. Where do I like? Let's make this happen. And he makes so much money on boxing fights. A lot of people don't even bring this up. It's Showtime in association with Mayweather Promotions. He owns his own promotions company.
Mm-hmm.
So all the money that he would not get if he was like signed with somebody like Top Rank or something like that, right? Or Triller or something. He is his own business. He is his own thing. And so like he realizes all of this before we do. And he just knows like, yeah, people would love to pay for this shit. I'd love to pay, but I'm gonna be fighting, so I can't. But y'all go ahead and pay for it.
So I do got to ask you though, is there a part of you that's a little disappointed that he didn't knock the kid out though? Because he could if he wanted to,
right? Like he did knock him out and then held him down. No. He knocked him down and held him up, right? That's a real thing. I saw the video. Please tell me I'm not seeing things, Blake. He knocked him out and held him up.
He hit him really hard, but when you rewatch the punch, like it wasn't like a very hard punch either. But he like definitely Logan looks tired. Like if Floyd wasn't there, he would have fallen. They would have maybe called it a slip or something. He looked exhausted, like as the fight went on. And he's always looked like that. I remember watching the KSI Logan Paul fight, the first one. I didn't watch the second one, but I remember watching the first one. And like I was like, this dude by round 3 looks exhausted. Like he just, and then that's the thing. Like I was trying to tell somebody, like when it comes to boxing is like any other sport. You have to understand how to pace yourself. You don't just go running a marathon, right? Like I guess you maybe could, and you'd make it, and you die at the end. But like
Neil Patrick Harris does.
You have to pace yourself. You have to understand your strides. You have to understand the terrain. You have to understand a lot of things. You have to understand, can you go a little bit faster in these miles, right? Like where can you pick up the pace at if you want to pick up? Where can you slow down? How can you get you maximize your breath, right? Am I breathing right? Am I moving my arms right? It is a whole thing. And when you have somebody who just like really Logan Paul, he's got some, wrestling background in high school. Great. He's in great shape. Gotta give it to the kid. And he probably knows how to work out. But do you know how to box? I can bring in somebody, and I've done it before. I brought in friends that work out. They come and box, and it's like it's a whole new thing. And they're like, I ain't even thought it was like that. Like it's a whole thing. And so this young man just doesn't know how to pace himself. So to go back to that punch, he was completely exhausted. So even a not hard punch, that definitely, I think he would have fell down, but would he have been out of it or whatever? But Floyd looked like he held him up a bit. Like I'll say that much.
I definitely.
I think that goes back to your original point too, of everybody thinking they could box. Is like, oh yeah, man, I was in one of those 1-minute fights in the lunchroom back in high school, and I got in a couple lucky, but I can box. I'm good. But then you realize there's all sorts of technical things, and like you said, like it's not just throwing punches and getting in, and just swinging.
Scott, have you ever been in a fight? What's your fight story? You've got to have one.
I don't have a fight story.
You've never been in a fight?
No, I was the guy who was I was the hype man. I was like, oh, you gonna let him talk that shit? Oh, you gonna let him say that? Did you hear what he said about your mama? Nah, I was smart enough to not ever get in a fight. I was the guy egging that shit on, son. I was the fucking Don out there. All that was missing was the fucking hair. Like, who wants to do this shit? Let's go. We'll make it happen.
Let's go, America. Yeah.
Didn't see that coming. I'm 2-2, by the way.
Was that you?
And I'm proud of it.
That was more how I was in getting in fights too. I also was not a big fight kind of guy. I was pretty small growing up, so I stayed out of them. I tell my brother all the time though.
I got some to Scott's point real quick. So dude, this is exactly to your point.
I had a point.
If you watch the Ocho Cinco fight, right? Can we edit that out?
Oh yeah, let's backtrack. Hey, this isn't gonna. Hey, don't worry, this isn't gonna air live. So if you do want to shave your head, it's not gonna air live. Okay.
Thank you. No, if you watch that fight though, nobody threw a jab. Nobody throws a jab because the jab is like one of the most quintessential boxing punches that like will set up everything. But you have to learn that. You can't just go in and like we probably took a 5 to 8 week training camp and like they were like, all right, throw a jab, and they were just like, all right, let's focus on the power punches real quick. Let's just see.
All right, we're gonna play to your strengths.
Yeah, let's do some bag work. What do you got? You got some power, okay? Like the jab in and of itself. I remember talking to people who have been who have boxed to get in Texas qualifiers here so that way you can get to the USA team. And they were like, for like the first year, like all we did was like footwork and jab. Yep. Like coach wouldn't let us do anything else. And you are setting yourself up for success when you do something like that. So to Scott's point, like it's way longer than a minute, and it takes a lot of like skill and technique.
Well, and you play a lot of defense then too, though, right? Like that's the whole point of the footwork is you get your guard up, you get your footwork down, right? And like, because that's what it is. You can't win a fight if you're knocked out on the mat, right?
Right. I mean, yeah, and there's punches going backwards. There's punches who go forward, right? Manny Pacquiao is a great example of an aggressive forward puncher. You got somebody like Juan Manuel Marquez, who's a great backstep counter puncher, knocks his ass out. So like you have different styles of fighting, and you have to learn to dance in order to figure out what your dance moves are. You know what I mean? And I mean this. I still say this from experience. Like I still train, and so like a lot of before we even get into the big question, like a lot of people who talk shit about like fighting, combat sports training, I've just never seen them in the gym, so I just don't know what their experience is besides a 1 minute, 2 minute fight, and they're like, "Yeah, I got that guy," or "You know what? Like, you should see the other guy," type thing. Like, bro, come on, man.
It's CrossFit, okay? It's CrossFit. That's what they're busy doing, some CrossFit. So I just had a thought pop in my head, like as I'm watching the Islanders and Bruins play here, and you know there is fighting in hockey. What is your take on the way that the Guardians, the Ice Guardians in hockey, you know, put them up and duke it out on the ice? Is that at least somewhat boxing, or how do you see the sport adapting when it's on the ice?
Rolls you saw, man.
Hey boy, what is an Ice Guardian?
He's the enforcer. He's the
enforcer,
you don't want to call him a goon. That's why they call him the Ice Guardian. But
Ice Guardian, the guardian of the galaxies on the ice. Okay,
there you go. Exactly.
In hockey, like the main thing that I would like if I were a hockey player, I would take some time to just work inside game, like in boxing, because that's exactly what you're doing, right? You're not like throwing punches from the outside, right? You're getting close and you're throwing your uppercuts and your hooks.
Okay.
Like that's I would work my inside game. So you see a lot of like actual like it's weird technique, but it's technique that works. Like they pull the shirt over, right? And then they start to throw the hooks and stuff, like, and they throw the uppercuts. They know not to throw a jab or a straight because you don't have the distance. When I'm here, I don't have the distance or the power unless I'm coming over here or coming up here.
Literally on fucking ice. Like it's probably hard to throw a solid jab on ice.
Yeah, it's hard to throw punches. So like, I would not be surprised if like they're on ice skates just hitting a heavy bag for about 5-10 minutes for the end of practice. You know what I mean? Like.
I do know that a part of training camp every year, their OTAs, if you will, is actually boxing lessons.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I'm serious. Like I've had friends that have made like the taxi squad or whatever. For all the rookies and all the newcomers of the team, you go through some boxing lessons, and depending on how unskilled or fragile you are, you go past just the footwork and whatever, and you actually have to go and spar in the ring.
Nice.
Yeah.
Blake, I got one more question for you, and then we'll take a quick commercial break. And then I want you to hang out, man. We're going to do some fun stuff with baseball. I know you don't care about any other sports really, but I also want to talk to you because Dave season 2 is coming out tonight. So so we got to get into some little dicky talk. But last Money Mayweather question I have for you. So the dude is 50-0 official record. He's had a couple exhibition fights since then, but his official record is 50-0. how many more of these exhibition fights are we going to see from Floyd Mayweather where he cannot lose, he cannot finish, like he's going to finish his career at 50-0, but how many more times is he going to bilk the American public for millions and millions of dollars for an exhibition fight that cannot tarnish his 50-0 record?
I got a secret for you. As many times as he wants, because y'all motherfuckers keep paying for it.
Woo! There's a drop right there, bitch. Yes. He is absolutely right, by the way.
There it is. I guess a wrap.
Get it together, Joe. Come on. We need you on that board.
Fantastic stuff, Blake. Blake's going to be hanging out with us tonight. You got time? Are you going to be able to hang out? I mean, I know you're on.
I got a few minutes. Yeah.
All right, you're on your back porch. So we'll let's do a real quick commercial, and then which we're doing live this week. I'm not going to play the damn commercial read because I'm tired of it, and I need to record a new one.
Wait, do I still get to go pee, though?
Yeah, you can go ahead and go pee. In the meantime, listen, Craft Root Sports has the hookup for you from the time you start drinking until the time you are done drinking. We support all of it. So go first up, fill up your fridge over with our friends at Beer Drop, craftrootsports.com/beer drop. They get monthly boxes of beer delivered directly to your door. It's fantastic brews. Scott just got like 2 boxes within the last week. He's very excited. He's loaded up. Great beers. You get to swap things out, move a month, whatever you need. If you don't want the commitment of getting a box every month, go to craftrootsports.com/beer drop and just shop around. You can place an order. It's $5 flat shipping. Delivers directly to your door. A nice guy in a creepy, rapey van shows up and brings you beer, and it is fantastic. And where do you put that beer? You put it in your dugout mug. That's right. Dugoutmugs.com/craft. We got the hookup for you there. Drink out of a baseball bat, just like we do here on the show. Shot glasses. We were talking about it before. They got the Black Executive Series mugs available now. It's a great Father's Day gift. Even if you're going to miss Father's Day by a little bit on the shipping, go dugoutmugs.com/craft. Right now, we got 15% off for you. Fill up that basket. Help out your dad. Get him something cool to drink out of. Now, once you're doing all that drinking, you're going to get a little hungover. And you know what? Your boys got you there too. Go to More Labs, craftrootsports.com/hangover. Morning recovery is a miracle drug. It's literally the only thing that gets me through Thursdays, basically. Like after you drink all night long and you need to wake up for a morning meeting, More Labs has you covered. craftrootsports.com/hangover. You get 20% off your order there. It's a fantastic cure. Scott, how often do you pound some morning recovery?
I'm the one who should probably have stock in morning recovery as much as I do. We get off this show, I pack up my stuff. It's about 10 o'clock at the absolute earliest when we finally wrap things up. And then I got to work at 2 o'clock in the morning. So the only thing that's going to get me through my shift is morning recovery. I have 1, maybe 2 every Thursday morning. And that's no lie because I would not make it through my 8-hour shift without morning recovery.
Go check out all of our sponsors, Beer Drop, Dugout Mugs, Morning Recovery. They help us out. They've been with the show for so long. We support them, so you guys should support them as well. Help out the show. It helps out the show, too, if you guys go hit them up. So be sure, again, Beer Drop, craftrootsports.com/beer drop, dugoutmugs.com/craft, craftrootsports.com/hangover. It's all on the website, too. Just go to craftrootsports.com. It's all there. You can find it all. Go get everything you need to drink well, and drink responsibly.
Real quick, Drew wanted to see this beer. Look at this shit.
Did you
doubt how orange it was?
Dude, that straight up looks like carrot juice.
There's no way that's
100
beer.
pounds of carrot.
You got V8 in your cup. That's right there.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
V8.
I guess I see the genius now. You don't have to eat vegetables with dinner.
That's true. They've told us, Urban Artifact told us that the fruits that they put in their beer, it counts as like a fruit serving. So you got vegetables. There you go, Scott. There's your veggies for the day.
Whatever it takes, man. It's a good beer. So
look at that. I leave for like 2 years, and then y'all motherfuckers are all healthy and shit. Look at y'all.
Look at you, Blake. You are like you are cut right now, dude. It's all that MMA workout you've been doing, man.
Bro, yeah. So I like to if anybody's a member, right, of the Craft Brewed group, like we all talk about our wins and stuff. So yeah, since September, I've dropped like 50 pounds. So,
Lord, man,
holy shit!
Yeah, that's off to you, man. Seriously,
I got
that's
ask,
awesome.
You got that Dick V? You got the Dick V going?
dick be going? What's the dick be going?
The dick V.
Dick V.
The abs, the lower abs that looks like a V pointing.
Oh, the dick V. No, we working on that. You know, that's we almost there.
Yeah. See, I'm with Blake. I finally I dropped to my playing weight, but I'm still working on the dick V. It's
guys, if you need a V for her to know where your dick is, aren't you doing something wrong?
I'm Irish, man. Fuck you. It's down here. Just find it. It's down there somewhere.
It's in the bushes. You just got to go exploring.
Just keep feeling around.
Just keep feeling around.
Aiden just picks his spots like that. Just comes in.
He's like a good fighter. He just has the gloves up and then bam. You're like, what the fuck did that come from?
So good.
Keep quiet until then.
You want to talk these Cubs City Connect jerseys right now? You want to do that real quick, Scott?
Sure.
Right,
I mean, we got to keep up the City Connect series. We are your spot for.
All right, here we go. Let's get into baseball real quick.
Here's the pitch. Oh shit.
All right, we are going to talk these Cubs. So the Cubs City Connect jerseys leaked like last week. We actually tweeted them out. They looked like absolute dog shit. It was hands down dumpster fire. So we're going to play a little dumpster fire now that the actual uniforms have released. We've seen the jerseys. Everything has come out. So here we go. We'll bring these up on the screen. They are not that bad. So they're all dark blue with some powder blue underneath, long sleeve underneath, which is a little weird. Powder blue tall socks as well on that one. They got the Chicago Cubs C on the hat with the powder blue brim. And instead of Chicago or Cubs along the front, it says Wrigleyville where they play. The whole uniform plays on all of the neighborhoods in Chicago. It's got an ode to all 77 neighborhoods. It even says on the bottom of the shirt, it says respect our neighborhood, which I think is pretty sweet. So actually, initially when I first saw these, I was like, dumpster fire. Looking at them, I'm leaning towards fire. I think they're kind of fire. Blake, you're coming in as an outsider. Fire or dumpster fire on these?
Initially, I don't even like baseball, so it's just like, I don't want to wear this shit. But like, more I'm looking at it, like, I'm just kind of like, I could get away with that, like, wear some little, was it knickerbockers? Wear the little knickerbocker bottoms.
Yep.
I get away with that.
I would pay money to see Blake Mayweather and Blake Mayweather in some knickerbockers. I'd pay good money to see that.
Knickerbockers and an American flag beater. That's what
can we start a GoFundMe? Blake, what would we need to do to get you in that? Would we just need to ship the knickerbockers to your house?
Bring them on. Let's go.
Perfect. All right, GoFundMe for knickerbockers in whatever size, because I don't know how you size knickerbockers. So we'll just kind of.
I got to be honest.
We'll buy you a gift card to knickerbocker.com. How about
guys?
That?
Can we please stop saying knickerbocker? I'm feeling very uncomfortable. I
know you are. That's why I love it.
I'm gonna tell you this story real quick. Just
I don't trust Drew to keep saying knickerbocker and have it come out as knickerbocker.
Hey, let me just tell this side caveat story real quick. I was in 8th grade and we had to interview somebody way older than us and for an English project. And so I went to private school, so I went to go interview one of the older priests at our church. I'd known him since I was a kid, he knew my family. And so I was talking to him, and he had lived during the Depression time. And I asked him, I'm like, so what was, one of the questions, what was normal clothing like? And I remember the first time I heard the word knickerbocker, and I was just like, bro, what? And I was like, I gotta spell this. I gotta spell this. I got diversity in my class. I need to spell this word correctly. And then I remember he spelled it out to me, and I was just like, okay, Knicker. Okay, yeah, that makes. And I was just like, I walked away, and I was just like, bro, what? And I'm all of 12 years old, just my mind is everywhere. So that's the first time I'd ever heard the word knickerbocker.
Bro, you can't say that.
Right?
It's like okay. Blake was.
It wasn't a hard R in Knicker. It wasn't a hard R.
No, man, he was like, Knickerbocker, please. I gotta my class.
Yeah.
Like, you're killing me with this.
Aiden, are
Dad
these
jokes.
Are these uniforms fire or dumpster fire?
Oh man, so I didn't know any of the information you had just said about the writing and stuff on it because you can't really tell. So I just try to, look at these and then you look at the White Sox and imagine being someone that lives in Chicago, and you see both of these. There's no way this is better than what the White Sox have going. So I know you said fire, but I'll still lean more towards dumpster fire because I mean they're fine, but they're nothing special.
All right, we got 1-1, and I think we're gonna give Blake a tie on that one. He went with an ambivalent Knickerbocker take. Drew, how do you feel about these uniforms? Fire or dumpster fire?
Well, so I looked up the Cubbies like press release or whatever thing on it. Where are the neighborhoods on the jerseys? Like I see where they are on the warm up jackets.
It's on the bullpen jackets. Yeah, it's on the bullpen jackets.
Oh, okay. All right, so they're not actually on the jacket. Okay, I see. Okay. Yeah, no, dude. Either way, these things are freaking fire. Because here's what comes down to for me, and that comes down to, but this is where it starts. That fucking lid is hot, man. Dude, that thing is just like white hot heat right there because I love it. It's got the city of Chicago like flag theme running through it. It's simple, it's crisp, it's fresh. Like it's all the words that are cool that I think make me sound relevant thrown into one.
It's on fleek.
It is on all of the fleeks.
You know what I love most? And Scott, I'll get to your opinion on this. The thing that I like the most about this is going with the powder blue belts with the dark blue pants to match the undershirts and the socks. Oh, it just ties it all together. Scott, fire or dumpster fire on the Cubs City Connect uniforms?
So you highlighted my problem with these jerseys. Hold on, because if you don't have the undersleeve, if you don't have the socks, there isn't enough of the powder blue to contrast with the navy blue, and I don't think that just the straight navy blue looks right. And so, like, they're not bad, and all these little details that they're trying to put in, that's cool, except for it's like underneath the tag on the back side of the jersey, underneath a flap. Like, thanks for that detail that absolutely nobody's gonna see because it's buried in your ass. Like,
you gotta like Da Vinci code that shit,
right? Like, yeah, I mean, exactly. It's like, if you gotta look super hard, it's cool, but it's not like there in front. It's like with the Boston jerseys where it's like, okay, well, I guess because they've got this, it makes them all right. So like, weird. If I gotta explain that shit away, like I'm not a big fan. Like I don't hate them. Like this is the most of all the ones we've done. This is the most whatever. Like take them or leave them because I don't have a strong opinion one way or another. They're fine.
Very mediocre.
Yeah.
See, and Scott, like always,
the Cubs go 2-1-2, and they are fire. These are fire.
Nope. I'm changing my vote. I'm changing my vote then because Scott reminded me about my initial take, and I'm not letting that be the tiebreaker, if you will, because when I first saw the photo you have here, I was like, well, but like, where's that Cubs red? You know what I mean? Like, where is that red that you always associate with the Cubs? So then I found the original article and I was scrolling, looking for the red, trying to figure out what the city or the neighborhoods were. And then I saw the lid and I was like, oh, nope, fire. No, this cannot be bailed out by that one red star on the front of the hat.
Right.
Dumpster fire.
I hate you so much, Drew.
Yeah, well, you know what? There's one thing I'm good at in my life. It's disappointing those around me.
Everything.
Amen. I don't even know you, but amen. Yeah.
Blake, before I know you got to get going here, man, but before you go, Unfiltered Bachelor, where people can check you out. Tell us.
Talk about that real hot fire.
And get them socials out.
Oof. Yeah, y'all want to know all about the single life and shit. Like, like. A lot of it, I think a lot of it.
We get some of that too.
That's the Unfiltered Bachelor.
You clearly haven't listened to the show, you motherfucker.
That's why I had a feeling about that guy.
Yeah. Well, look, he
didn't just tell you he disappoints everybody around him. So
I believe it now.
See, now you're brought into the circle. Look, man, working from home has really cut down my podcast time. That's what comes down to, man. But yes,
judging by our numbers, you aren't the only one.
I was gonna say I work from home and I do a podcast and I listen to bro. Come on, man, with the excuses, bro. That's why your boy Logan Paul lost. That's why.
Whoa! Oh no! This is about to get real. I will fly down to motherfucking Austin if you say Logan Paul is my boy ever again.
I want to see it.
Let me just put that out
right now. Right now. Drew versus Money Blakeweather.
Oh no!
You said you were gonna fly down there. What you gonna fly?
I didn't say I was gonna fight him.
He's just gonna talk. Bro.
We want to have
Hey,
because I know he's got my ass. I know he's
Hold
got
on,
my
Blake.
ass.
Blake, you gonna let him talk?
I didn't
about
say
you
I was
like
gonna
that?
fight him.
Like, shit, you gonna let him just sit there and talk
we
like
gonna
he's
do
gonna
this?
whip your ass and then back? No, I wouldn't take that if I was
Blake,
you.
come on, man.
That's just weak, man. I mean, but I mean, if that's how you roll,
Look, if
Stop
it was
doing that
me,
shit. Stop doing that shit.
if it was me, I'd be upset. That's all I'm saying. Scott, would you be
right?
upset?
Hell yeah, I'd be mad as fuck. I'd be one of the fans, but it's not me.
He's
But I'm
the
saying,
instigator. He's the instigator.
dog, respect your honor. Like,
Blake, how you feel about him saying that to you? Like, for real.
I mean, we can either have food, or I've been looking for a good sparring partner. Either way, we can do it.
Look, and see, here's the thing.
Mookie,
I ain't even worried about it because
Mookie, Blake just said you're a bitch. You gonna take that from him?
What?
I know, for real.
No,
Shit,
no,
you
no,
just gonna
I'm
let-
not
you
gonna-
can let him come
look,
on this show and talk
no.
shit to you.
Hey,
This
this
is
is
that's fucking embarrassing, dude. Like, what the fuck, man?
You're
Represent the show better than that,
Look,
damn it.
First
Come
of all,
on,
first
man.
of all, I know he didn't.
on live.
I know he
on
didn't
air.
call me a bitch,
He
but
did, he
even
did.
if
I heard him.
even if he did, I wouldn't be upset because I know.
Aiden heard it.
Heard it. Thank
I'll
you.
tell
Chat,
you
check
what.
the chat. It's on the
I
private
will-
chat. That's where it is. It says right there, Mookie a bitch. I'm like,
Go
damn.
back.
I will step in the
That's
ring.
harsh.
I will step in the ring like a man and take my beating like a man as a sparring partner because
That's
I know what's
right.
real, but I'm not going to back down. I'm not
All right,
going to
good.
punk
Well,
out. I'm
there
not
we go.
going to
There
be
you
a
go.
bitch.
All right, let's make it work. Let's make it work. Blake and Drew fighting in September. We'll do
No,
it.
sparring. That's different. Sparring. And yeah, he'll show me what boxing is. I know a little bit. I played Fight Night many times, but I haven't actually had a sober fight in my entire life. Again, still sporting a 2-2 record. Proud about that. But I'm still grounded in reality that I know our man, Money Blakeweather, would knock my ass out.
Blake, tell us about
But I'm not going to back
Unfiltered
down.
Bachelor,
I'm not
man.
going to be a bitch about it. I'm just going to accept reality. Be like, all right, cool.
I wouldn't do all that, man. I'll make it entertaining for the fans, like Floyd.
See,
and
and that's
Logan.
all that matters. Make it
Wait,
entertaining
there
for
you-
fans. Sell some tickets. It's good for everybody, right?
Carry freight rounds.
Plus, we get to go get some tacos later, right? Like
Exactly.
afterwards.
That's what
So
counts.
it's a win, motherfucking win.
That's what
These
really.
two assholes trying to turn it into a situation. I'm like, guys, come on.
I mean, if you're gonna be a bitch about it, Drew, that's fine. Man.
Yeah, I
Be a
mean,
bitch
look,
about it by
you
what?
wanna
By
be down,
stepping
that's
up
fine.
and stepping in and taking my licking like a man. Yeah, whatever you say, Scott.
You
I'm getting tacos. That's all I know.
getting your ass whooped too, so I mean, that's fine.
but yeah,
Wouldn't be the first
Unfiltered
time.
Bachelor.
Won't be the last.
Drew, let the man promote his podcast.
Unfiltered Bachelor. It's on all the podcast mediums, whichever one is your favorite one. All the social medias. It's a show about relationships and dating. I will talk about examples in my own life. I'll talk with friends. I'll talk with therapists, dating coaches, all in the realm of, and even other dating podcast hosts, all in the realm of dating and relationships. And like some of the stories are great. I've learned a lot doing it over the course of 2.5 years. And so, yeah, it's a great show. And starting next week, like we did last year, we will be doing Lil Dicky series. We were doing season 2. And I love that show.
No, that little smirk was from Mike. He was like, Dickie, no, that'll get him hype.
I'm so pumped. Dude, first of all, Blake, I love Unfiltered Bachelor as it is. But when you do all these little side things where you break down like songs and you break down like artists and then you do your Dave series where like each week you break down episodes of Dave, it's so good, man. Like you have so many insights. I gotta be honest, I watched Dave and I'm like, man, this show is funny. And then I listened to your show and I'm like, oh damn, I missed all of that. Like I missed so much from that episode. I gotta go back and rewatch this shit.
I'm telling you, we Da Vinci coding that shit. We're like, listen, you let's start with the history of this shit. And people are like, where is this going?
Yeah,
and then by the end of it, you're like, oh shit, wow.
dude, you tie it back to songs, and I'm like, shit, I didn't even think about how that tied into that song. Good Lord, that's right. It's so good, man. You guys do such a good job with that.
And not only that, I mean, I know it's called Unfiltered Bachelor, and all right, you're talking about dating and all that type of stuff, single. But hey, look, I'm married and shit. And I'll sit there and listen to you, and the stuff that you're saying still applies. Like when you're in a relationship is a relationship, whether you're married married or you just met or whatever, like the stuff you talk about, Blake, doesn't just apply to people who are single. So, you know, you should definitely check out the show if you haven't, but just know going in, like, you don't have to be single in order to get something out of it or enjoy it or whatever, because it's just about relationships, period. And I love the way that you handle yourself on there, and the people that you bring on, man, like especially the females and the other, you know, lifestyle coaches and shit like that. Those are the ones that interest me the most, because it's like, you know, obviously we're all dudes and we're chopping it up and we can have all the relationships talk we want, but when you throw a female in there and you guys are talking on the same level and stuff, and there's that respect there, I mean, there's nothing better than that, hearing that. So I enjoy listening to the show, despite the fact that I'm married, and, you know, some people might say, well, why would you be listening to that? It's like, no, it applies to all relationships.
And Blake, let me tap onto that real quick too, because the other thing that I respect the hell out of you for, man, is you are so freaking honest and open. Like, there is nothing off limits. You will tell any story on that. You do not give a shit. I can't tell you how many times, like, something runs through my head. I'm like, well, don't say that. Can't say that on the show. Like, you let it go, man. It's an open, honest look into your dating history, your dating life. It's amazing, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, and just my 1 minute spiel, and I really appreciate all that so much. It's just my 1 minute spiel for anybody. It's not just about being single. It's not just about being in a relationship. You can be in any you're married, you know, you're with a partner long term, whatever. I think a lot of the things that I've been hitting on over the last year since I've started therapy to correct a lot of insecurities is learning things, just minor things about yourself, and then about your partner. Two things I'll just throw out there. You guys can look it up. Maybe I'm a man, but then, like, when you get off, you're like, I'm gonna go check this shit out real quick. It's like 5 love languages.
Oh, yes.
I have that book sitting on the nightstand. Nightstand.
And the other one I'm going to recommend is Attached. It's about attachment theory. It's the basis of where a lot of our insecurities come from. If we do have insecurities, it's all based from our childhood. You're either anxious or avoidant, which are insecure, or you are secure. And there's just a lot of ways to correct all these little bitty things that will tie into your interpersonal relationships, not just with people, not just with friends, but in dating, in marriage, and in work. And so a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about lately is a lot on that topic, and I just happen to do it in a funny way. So if anybody would love to reach out to me to get some resources on things like that, or just wants to chop it up with me, like, I'm always open. I'm always free. My door's always open, and I'll be as honest with you as I am on the podcast.
Plug them socials, Blake. Where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me, Money Blakeweather, on all the social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, literally as my personal page. You can reach out to the podcast, unfilteredbachelor@gmail.com, or you can follow it again on your favorite social media platform: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hell, there's even some TikTok video. I had COVID back in December, and for 10 days I couldn't do shit. So I made a TikTok and posted 1,000 million videos. And so
he turned into a teenage girl that was unfiltered teenager.
Yeah. I mean, if the shoe fits, I guess. And then I got out of that phase. I got rid of it. Was the COVID in my brain fucking up shit. You know what I mean? So,
You get that haze.
I thought it was a symptom, right? You join TikTok if you got COVID. That was a symptom. I don't know.
Oh my God, you're right. Because TikTok's from China, right?
God damn, bro.
All right, Donald, back up. Jesus.
I thought Ocho Chino was a bad one, but goddamn. Man, I'm about to do the Ocho Cinco, right?
We're flirting with disaster on this show.
We are.
So
first of all, TikTok definitely came from China, right? Am I wrong about that?
TikTok, you racist bastard.
Jesus, Drew.
Hey, Trump did try to ban TikTok.
COVID also started in China
because of China.
That's true.
Also, the Islanders are up 4-1 now on the piece of shit Bruins. Gonna knock them out of the playoffs, hopefully. And now that we've all settled down a little bit, I'm really glad that we got to have this little segment here, because I didn't realize that was what was Unfiltered Bachelor. I was expecting more about what was it, Blake, when you were about to knock what's his ass out over the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight. Our boy, what's his name?
Robert Taylor?
When you and Robert Taylor were ready to fight and go to blows. And so when I had heard Unfiltered Bachelor, I was like, oh, okay, it's a boxing podcast. But no, I respect all that, man. And that's awesome that I'm excited for it. You are now slotted at the top of my mowing the lawn podcast list, which let me tell you,
So when he's battling cicadas, he'll be
when I'm battling cicadas either Friday or Saturday, whenever it doesn't rain, I'll be catching up on all of them shows. So I'm very excited about that, man.
He's gonna just be like, fuck that cicada. Oh, you really?
Oh yeah. I mean, I cranked the shit up, so I can't hear anything unless the cicada flies in my face, basically. Because I've run over more than my share. I've had them on my back. I don't give a fuck. But if they get in my house, that's a whole different story. I'll sick my dog on them.
Blake, it was so great seeing you, man.
Blake, we miss
so
you,
much
man.
for hanging out.
Seriously, miss you. Thank you for coming on.
Fantastic.
Thank you for having me. And any other time, man, I'm always down.
All right, word, man. Thanks.
It's gonna be before 2 years. I can promise you that.
I would say next Floyd Luke Paul fight, right?
Well, let's
what the fuck, Drew?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Isn't that his brother?
Logan Paul and Jake Paul, they're brothers.
God damn it.
Luke.
Well, Logan plus Jake equals Luke.
Hey,
whatever.
at least he didn't call him Patrick, I guess.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah.
Drew now has to get iced until he can name every white boxer. That's
I'm here for that.
The hell off. Are you kidding me? It would take us an entire show just get through Eastern Europe.
The only one he can name is like Canelo, and he's like, that's Mexican, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Whoa. First of all, I wouldn't disrespect Canelo like that.
I'm going to throw you one, though, for free right now. Tyson Fury is fighting Deontay Wilder. I believe it's in July. I'd love to come on, talk shit about that, anything. Anytime there's a big fight, and we'll do that.
Absolutely.
Yep. On. We got it.
Also, I always have an ace in the hole. Tommy Fury is a white boxer.
It's his cousin, yeah, right.
Yeah, he was a boxer before he was on Love Island, so yeah, that still counts.
Thanks, man. I'm sorry, Drew.
I'm out of here. Bye.
Killed this thing. Blake is just like, I'm done. This is so stupid. Shit. Oh, good work, Drew. Way to be. All right, Scott. I think this is, since we're still technically in baseball, this is the anniversary of one of your favorite baseball memories, right?
It is. We are hopping in the way back machine. Aiden, follow along because we're going back to 1999 on this date. And
Aiden, how old were you in 1999?
At this point in time, do you want to know that answer?
Yes, I do want to know the answer.
I was not born at this point in 1999.
Motherfucker. Hold on, wait, Aiden, what year were you born?
I was born in 1999, and 3 weeks from now.
All right. So you at least make the cutoff.
I was not alive. Exactly. I'm still a 90s baby, I guess.
All righty. Well, before you were born on this, and everybody, happy 6-9 to you, wherever you may be.
Yeah.
But on this date in New York, we met Senor Roberto Valentino. And that is better known as Bobby Valentine, who got ejected from a Mets game, but decided that he would come back into the dugout with a pair of glasses on and a fake mustache. And I will never forget the day after this happened, watching this, because this was when SportsCenter still didn't suck. Like this was back in the good
heyday.
Time. Yeah. This is when you watch SportsCenter every morning because you needed to make sure you caught up on everything. And I will never forget how much I laughed at seeing fucking Bobby Valentine come back into the Mets dugout thinking that he was going to get away after arguing balls and strikes. So, as you can see, as we get this up on screen, there's my man, Senor Roberto Valentino. But this past weekend, after we discussed it, yes, the Chicago Southsiders rock those jerseys. And here is our boy, Tony La Russa.
Dewey, please use his correct name.
Dewey La Russa.
Getting that straight. I want that trending. Dewey
La Russa. And last week I said he would look more comfortable wearing the Colonel Sanders getup, and as you can see, I might have been right. So, who wore it better, Bobby Valentine or Tony La Russa?
Dude, Bobby totally wore this better. He looks so smooth. La Russa looks like your grandpa trying to relate to the kids at the, he's like, hey, look, I'm still cool. Like, Valentine is cool here. La Russa is just a jackass. Dewey I'm so... Aiden, thank you for finding this picture of La Russa, by the way.
Somehow I lost respect for him over this picture, and I did not have any respect for him to begin with. Well, the bar was so low to start. You have to understand the amount that it went down. Yeah. Like, I didn't know it could go any further down.
I'm looking at Tony in this photo and thinking, what was his BAC in this photo? Because this looks like the night he got pulled over. Like, don't you know who I am? Like a World Series rings. Like,
I won a World Series before,
shit, man. Okay? Like, look at this, unbelievable. But seriously, this is good times. This is two managers right here who one is self-aware and the other one, I don't know if he even knows what year it is. But yes, Bobby Valentine. Like I said, I hate the Mets. But this is a Mets moment I love.
I feel like LaRussa in this picture, he's really excited to use the word knickerbocker. Like, that's what he's at.
And he keeps saying it because he can get away with it. He's like, what's up, my knickerbocker?
What are you going to say about that? You're going to say I can't say that?
Oh, man.
It's a the knickerbockers.
Oh, boy.
Who let them in?
Oh, man.
Drew feeling very uncomfortable right now. Drew, who wore it better, Bobby Valentine or Dewey LaRussa?
No, I got to ask, if I say Dewey, does that mean we get to see it more often? Because I'm pretty sure, don't they have at least like 8 times left this season they're going to wear those kits?
I don't know. Who knows? I want to see.
Who knows, right?
I want to see a Cubs versus White Sox City Connect series. Like, let's just wear
that. Would be cool.
I'd be cool with that.
Seriously, especially since I checked into it. I'm going to be in Chicago at the end of August. And, we're planning the trip. And I was like, hey, wife's never been to a Cubs game. And we were supposed to go last year to see the Braves play the Cubs in Chicago. It didn't work out. But I'm like, all right, when we're in Chicago, who are the Cubs playing? And I'm like, all right, they're on the road. So I go and I'm like, oh, they're on the road in Chicago. Well, what are tickets just for shits and giggles? The cheapest seat was $400.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And I'm talking for like nosebleed sections. And this isn't just on the official website. This is the secondhand sites, like everything. I'm like, they actually think people are going to pay that much to go see the Subway series.
The Cubs and the Sox, right?
No, thank you. Like, no, thank you. That's only worth it if you're that much of a fan of those teams.
Scott. Are they back to full capacity there? Is there maybe that part at play? Like, are they not able to sell every ticket they normally would?
I'm not sure because I couldn't find that because I thought maybe that would be it. It was
that would be the only reason.
When I was looking at the seating chart, it didn't look like there were any limitations. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean there isn't because they'll sell the tickets and then they'll rearrange things based on what. But yeah, I mean, it was $400 for the cheapest seat.
And we all know those website developer idiots are they don't understand real world applications. Them and their friggin' code. I mean, come on, get with it.
Guys, get your bongs ready. Get your bongs ready because
we were only supposed to do that now.
It's late. It's late in the show. We haven't done a Kong Bong yet. So get your bongs ready. In the meantime, I'm gonna transition us over. We're gonna talk a little basketball real quick.
Boom shakalaka!
Kevin Durant.
Wait, no, wait a minute. No.
Oh, that's right. You had something, Drew. Sorry. Let's switch real quick. Back to hockey.
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
And then we'll do basketball after that.
Boom shakalaka!
For that hockey.
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
Well, wait, are you saying that we're done with?
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
Yeah, we're done with that.
Just
but
keep them going.
You know what's disappointing, Drew? Because of time, we're probably not going to get to talk about the U.S. men's national team. So that means no.
Yeah, fuck those assholes. No one cares about them anyways.
Also, I'm kind of surprised during the Knickerbocker talk, Scott never pulled
race card.
I was thinking I was going to get that at least 3 or 4 times. And
I know, right? How did that happen?
I was waiting for it. I was like, how can I get the race card in there? I mean,
it just didn't happen.
You can't force it, man.
You can't force the race card.
You force the race card when you
But you know what you can force?
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
Drew, I got to be honest. I really thought you were going to pull this.
Wild card, bitches!
This has to be a record, right?
I would
Never
assume
done
This
so.
is
that
the
many
best segment
transitions
ever.
in that short amount of period. Like, I'm enjoying this so much right now.
This is great.
So what you're saying is this segment is
from now on is just
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
Oh,
damn
man,
it.
why isn't it a takeover one?
Oh man.
we're just gonna do transitions. Okay, sorry, Drew, I interrupted
Barbecue.
you. Anyways, back to
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
All
And
right.
while you
so-
showing Juju that hockey, I'm gonna bong.
all right. go
No,
ahead, Drew.
well, okay,
Ask
that's
your
fine.
question.
It's kind of for you, Scott. So as you bong that beer, I'll kind of throw it to you. So you threw one out to Aiden about, what happened on this day in history. And so I kind of wanted to build on that and ask you, do you remember?
Bong? Oh, you disappointment.
Yeah, well,
There was
he
some
could
stuck in there, man. Like, I didn't
Shaking
wanna
my
waste
head.
it.
stuck in
Gosh,
there.
Thank you, Aiden. Go ahead, Drew. Ask your question.
So what happened in hockey on this day years and years ago in 2001 that is of note?
Fuck should I know? 2001. I was in high school. The Red Wings probably did something nobody cares about.
Well, we did something that I cared a lot about, but people didn't weeks before that. But it led into something that I would have thought you would have cared a lot about, especially as a fan that's about to see his team get knocked out by the Vegas Knights.
Oh,
'cause,
fuck you.
well,
oh man.
all I'm
Fuck
saying is someone who has so much dedication and fandom for his team in Colorado should obviously know what happened on this date in history in 2001.
Winning the cup? Yeah. Well, it's looking less and less likely, unfortunately, that they're going to do that here.
So you're pretty close to it. So you guys did actually manage to stumble your way into a Stanley Cup title, but that's not what made the most of it. Like, how did it unfold that one player who is somewhat of a legend was able to get his first title?
Ray Bork? Ah, that piece of shit. Fuck Ray Bork. God damn it.
Boy,
You know how much I
Scotty.
hate Ray Bork. Fuck him. That's the only part about them getting the title that sucks. He should have kept his punk ass in Boston.
Drew,
Here we go.
go ahead, do your bong as Scott.
I dislike Ray Bork.
Why do you hate Ray Bork?
Well, because he was a career Boston guy, and we talked about this on the show before. I'm not one of those sentimental guys that thinks it's cool when a lifelong player for one team, dick rides and hops on at the end to get a ring with another team. Like, I think it's cheap. Like, just either go finish, either finish your career. Aiden chimed in. Wait a minute, excuse me.
He went Cleveland, Miami, Cleveland, LA. How is that team hopping at the end of a career? I don't know.
I want to hear Scott finish his Ray Bork hatred.
No, I mean, it's finish your career when you've played that long with the franchise and just accept, hey, look, I'm a legend of the franchise and it just didn't work out. Like, it is what it is. Or whatever, but like, I don't like the idea of just, I'm just going to go be a merc on this team and kind of contribute, because it's like he wasn't the guy, he was just a guy along for the ride. Like, I'm just not a fan of that.
Well, no, I understand what you're saying, but like, he wasn't a guy along for the ride. Like, he was in college. That was his second season there, and he played considerable minutes, and he was a role. He wasn't a fourth liner. He was also there to mentor a young, Joe Sacking and others too.
It probably wouldn't be as bad if he didn't come from racist as fuck Boston, but it's like, you're a career Bruin.
Race card. Thank you, Scott. Thank you.
I wanted to earn it.
I appreciate you giving us.
You know what, though, Scott? All I want to know is, does he at least get some sort of pass because he helped balance out the piece of shit human life that is Patrick Waugh?
No, because I love Patrick Waugh. Fuck you.
Boom shakalaka!
Kevin Durant.
You would fucking love Patrick Waugh.
Kevin Durant.
Pussy ass bitch. That's why Chris Osgood beat him into the fucking ice.
Speaking of going for a ring towards the end of your career, Kevin Durant, now with the Brooklyn Nets, who they look unstoppable. Like, the Nets are probably going to win the title now, right? Like, who's going to stop the Nets?
I know.
Go ahead, Drew. Who's going to stop the Nets? Please tell me.
The Atlanta Hawks.
The Phoenix Suns.
No, get out. That's worse. That's worse.
No. Actually, the Phoenix Suns is actually my legitimate take. So I actually put money on a Suns Nets final with the Suns coming out on top. But I'm telling you, the Hawks stand a chance to beat the Nets because you know what's in Atlanta?
Lemon pepper
wings.
Yeah, okay, cool.
But anyways, how terrible is that going to be? Because the Nets head coach is Steve Nash. How bad is that going to be when the Nets beat Phoenix and deny them their first ever NBA championship, and Steve Nash gets a ring from the Nets instead of he blocks Phoenix? He's Phoenix's favorite. That's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see.
He doesn't give a shit because he's
like, hey, bit of a stretch though. I mean, Nash was a star for the Mavs. He was there for the Suns.
MVPs
but the best,
Thank you, Aiden. Thank you.
That's because there was no one better to win MVP at that point.
Yeah, and I still think his best years were with the Mavs. I know that he won those MVPs.
Kawhi Leonard also won an MVP.
Right, they're meaningless in the Suns. Why don't we celebrate Nash as a Laker? Oh wait, that's right, because he was just he was just trying to fucking Ray Bork it and get a ring at the end. Get the fuck out of here.
So Kevin Ray Bork Durant. Ray
Bork Durant.
I like that we've turned Ray Bork into a verb. Did you Ray Bork that shit? Yeah, you did. You have one at the end.
What I don't understand
is, bro.
Is Mike, why don't you have more allegiance to Ray Bork? Because I thought you guys would be bonded at the hip as fellow gingers.
Whoa. Hey. You can.
Oh, I'm sorry, gingers.
Thank you. Don't hard R is ginger on me here.
No hard R.
I always thought that Ray Bork looked like fucking Rob Blagojevich. He's just going to the prison. That's what I thought. His doppelganger. I never thought of the red hair. I just thought
terrible doppelganger to have.
It is, but that's who he fucking looks like.
Hey, do you guys remember Steve Nash started his career?
Finish the headline. You can do it.
Where did Steve Nash start his career?
No, don't pull this shit, because in the NBA you're drafted by 12 teams, traded 14 times and then you start with the team.
Where were the first? Where was the team he got his first 2 seasons worth of play with? He put minutes in. No, Mike. God damn it! No one gives a shit about this. Answer the fucking question.
It was the Suns.
Yes, thank you.
You realize that when you mute my mic, the podcast audience still hears it, right, Drew? I have the board over here, so
yeah, but I literally don't care because I don't have to deal with you. Remember we did this last week? Remember that? Do you remember that?
Boom shakalaka!
Do you remember that?
It's your basketball talk. What are we talking about here?
Kevin Durant and some shit.
Kevin Durant and a porn star.
Hey,
He brought a backup date. He brought a backup date. He was going on a date with porn star Lana Rhodes. Am I saying that correctly? I don't know who this young lady is.
I don't know who that is.
I'll Google her after the show.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm about to do it right now.
I don't.
If you haven't already, come on, guys. Aiden, big name there.
I don't know who this is. I don't know
what
the word.
Lana Rhodes or Lana Rose?
Rhodes. Come on, guys.
Look, if they haven't dated a Notre Dame wide receiver, I'm not interested.
Boom,
that's a good point.
Appreciate you right there, buddy.
But shit, they got a kid?
What?
You're reading the internet wrong again, aren't you?
I am. I typed in.
This is why we need the breathalyzer for Drew, so that we can be like, how drunk is Drew right now? That he's.
Point two.
We just went from they went on a date to wait, they have a kid? No, they don't have a kid.
I just
didn't
know
even
when I was
read the article.
It's just this is all Google autocomplete because I typed in Lana space
Lana.
God, she's in the danger zone though. I tell you, that girl. RHO, and then it had auto-completed Lana Rhodes, and the one below that was Lana Rhodes, Kevin Durant, baby. And I was like, well, obviously this is what Mike's talking about, right?
That is not
even close.
They just went on a date, and he brought a backup date just in case things went south.
Oh, he's her baby daddy. That's probably where the baby came from.
No, I don't think they've done anything.
That's the same
they didn't even
thing,
make it off the fucking runway, dude. And I think my favorite part of this story is that she beat around the bush and never said Kevin Durant. She just said it was a Libra, on the Nets, and Kevin Durant's the only Libra. She described him as the most boring motherfucker on the planet. Like, she ended the date. He had nothing interesting to say. I was like, God, Kevin, this is exactly what I would think a date with Kevin Durant would be.
That's why I wanted to talk about this, and I tried so hard to bring it up so many times. Like, this description of the date with Kevin Durant, that's got to be exactly what you think a date with Kevin Durant would be, right? Like, just boring, like him on his phone all the time, checking Twitter, like from his burner accounts. Like, that's exactly what I picture a date with Kevin Durant. This boring, awful, annoying shit.
Do you think he has burner accounts on his phone? Yes. Or do you think he has phones with burner accounts?
No, he's got
probably both.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's a good point. You can log into both, right, Aiden? Like, you can have multiple logins.
Sure.
He probably just switches around and likes and retweets.
Well, but don't you think he learned his mistake after he was tweeting from his burner on his phone?
No!
He's like, oh, you know what? Separate phones.
Have you been watching Kevin Durant for the past 10 years? He hasn't learned shit. I love Kevin Durant, but he doesn't learn from any of his mistakes.
Dude, I really wished and I held out hope that he learned from Mike Vick back in like 2001. When on Monday Night Football,
Mike Vick, first of all,
when on Monday Night Football, they had his. No, not that part.
Are you talking about Mexico? Ron Mexico?
Ron Mexico?
No, not even around Mexico. It was Monday Night Football, and they had that like headshot. It was like Mike Vick, Virginia Tech. I like to eat tacos on Tuesday, and they're like, they were throwing these questions at him where they would throw the graphic up of like what the question was and what his answer was. And the last one before they signed off to go to their actual drive was, how do you keep two girlfriends at once? And Mike Vick just goes, 2 cell phones. Scene.
Wild.
Wild card, bitches! Yeah!
Sage advice from Mike Vick.
Also,
Kevin Durant, you could learn a thing or two.
Just throwing that out there. Be sure.
Drink responsibly.
Yes, please do. Holy shit.
All right, real quick. We got like no time left on the show. We're over, but let's do real quick reactions to headlines only. Headlines only. I'll read a headline. You guys react to it very quickly. So first off, Gerrit Cole was asked point blank if he's ever used spider tack, sticky substances while pitching, and he had no idea what to say. Scott, react.
Yankees cheating. It's the usual.
Drew, react.
Who cares?
Aiden, react.
Definitely cheating. Who cares?
Wait, can I do mine again? I wanted to say whatever.
Drew, react.
Whatever.
Okay, fair enough.
Should have went with pass.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done pass. That was the joke that was sitting right there for you. There's a professional Madden player who claims that NBA rookie Anthony Edwards owes him $22,000 in unpaid video game bets. Scott, react.
Get that money. Fuck these NBA players not paying up.
Drew, react.
Fuck that kid. He's still going to be broke. He ain't getting the cash.
Aiden, react.
UGA guy like me. I've seen him within 5 feet of myself before. Can't say anything bad about him. He probably does owe the money, but that's all I'm going to say.
That was a fantastic take.
Perfect segue into this next one. We got to do a little football here. Nick Saban just signed an extension that won't end until he's 77 years old. Scott, react.
A 77-year-old plantation owner sounds right.
True.
Oh my God.
Pass.
Notre Dame and Alabama play in like 2027 or 2028. Means Notre Dame's going to lose.
Yep. I'll put money on that.
Yeah, that's a fair bet.
Also,
right, last one. Jay Cutler's divorce, half of Uncommon James. Scott, react.
I'd go for more than half. He's the lesser of that relationship.
True, react.
I mean, I don't understand why the court system is against rich white males and denying them what they deserve. That's it. That's it. That's all there is.
You should have Kevin Federline that shit, baby.
Aiden, react.
Jay, get that money. That's all I can
There it is.
Attaboy. Also, before you sign us off, Mike, I got one last one
we still
here.
gotta do beers. We got a lot to get
No,
to.
whatever.
Speed it the fuck up, bro.
Go ahead. Go one headline.
Dan McQuaid in December of 2009 retweeted, or actually he tweeted, wasn't Michael Vick who said you got to have 2 cell phones? Yeah. Tiger should have had 2 cell phones.
Oh, that was
Tiger
Kevin.
should have had
2009.
Shit, god damn.
Oh yeah, Tiger needed.
You should have had one just dedicated to Perkins.
Tiger needed way more than 2. All right, let's talk about these beers that we're drinking tonight. We are rating them on the decibel level scale from 0 up to cicada. Scott, what were you drinking rated on the decibel scale?
I was drinking Carrate Cake. It is a carrot cake sour, 6.5 ABV. This one got a 4 on Untapped. And from somebody who loves carrot cake, it's damn delicious. But I got to tell you, after the first few sips, doesn't taste much like carrot cake. Really good sour. Doesn't really taste like carrot either. But I find this to be a little bit of a struggle. My wife recently got me a carrot cake coffee. And it's one of those things, smells like carrot cake. And after the first sip, you're like, nah, lose it. But either way, fantastic beer. This is me moving more into sours. And on the decibel scale, what decibel? How many decibels?
From 0 up to cicada.
Fuck them cicadas. This is Bobby Valentine and a motherfucking mustache and sunglasses. This fucking beer is baller.
So it was 25 decibels because that's what a whisper is. Right?
I got a DJ air horn from Aiden. I don't give a shit.
With an air horn. Drew, what were you drinking? By the way, I just want to go back, Scott, real quick. Ryan McCarthy, guest from last week, said that your beer looked like watered down orange drink from McDonald's they serve at elementary school assemblies.
It is orange as shit.
Pretty damn accurate. Also, Tabari said that Scott's Saban take equals priceless, just like Saban's contract.
Yep.
Mookie, what were you drinking tonight rated on the decibel scale?
I was drinking Vanilla Porter. That's the name of the beer. It's also the style of it. Vanilla Porter from Dry Dock Brewing Company out in Aurora, Colorado. 5.4% ABV, 3.9 on caps on Untapped, which is pretty high for Untapped, and it's deservedly so. This beer was solid. It was smooth. It was just a little bit sweet, but it also had some body to it. It went down too quick. The downside is we only had a 12-ounce can over here, unlike the usual tall boys we get. But, man, it was just absolutely blowing my mind. Hardcore live rock band, 130 decibels on the Cicada decibel system.
Fantastic. Aiden, what were you drinking and rated on the decibel system?
I was drinking Los Bravos from Terrapin Brewing Company, which is in Athens, Georgia, where the University of Georgia is located.
Shout out.
Local. Absolutely. Go Dogs. So a few weeks ago, I went to a Braves game, and Ronald Acuna hit a grand slam against the Pirates, and the DB level of that got pretty high. Don't know the exact number, but that's what I'm going to go with because this beer is really solid.
Oh, yeah.
They sell it at the Braves games, too. It's super good. Love it. Also, with the wine, I'm going a little crazy right now. So
you got it.
Yeah, rate the wine.
You got to rate the wine too.
Dude, honestly, this wine's pretty solid too. I didn't think of 2 DB levels to come up on the spot like that, so I'll keep it the same. Ronald hitting a grand slam at a Braves game. It's happened multiple times. So I'll take the time when he did it against the Dodgers in the playoffs when the stadium went crazy. Watch that video on YouTube. Legendary. Oh, I went crazy. And wait, what did you say? Sorry.
Were you at that game too?
I was not at the game, but I was watching it from home, and I went crazy with my brother and my dad. We were all having a good time. Dude, so greatest moment ever.
You guys are all going louder is better, and as a dad who has 2 toddlers, I'm like, the quieter is the way better way. This loud shit, I want quiet. I was drinking Oatey McOatface, and man, this is like a whisper. This is like in the library trying to find something where it's like, oh, excuse me, can you tell me where to find it? It is that quiet. It is so freaking good. I love this beer. It was only rated like 3.67 caps on Untapped. It is about to be way higher because I'm giving this one easily
Oatey McOatface.
Yes, Bodie McOatface, except it's Oatey McOatface, the oatmeal stout. It is such a good beer. Highly recommend. I should probably look up where it was from. It was from Third Window Brewing in Santa Barbara, California.
Fuck.
So go check that out. I'm sorry, Drew. Did you have money on that and you lost?
No, sorry. The stupid ass Bruins just pulled within 2 in the third period here on the Islanders. So it's 4-2.
Within 2?
Yeah, right.
4-2 with 14 minutes left in the third period.
Within 2.
That's good.
In the third period. That's what you just got upset about. Okay, fair.
I'm not even worried.
Dude, it's hot. Oh, I did actually bet on this game. I forgot about that. But
well, of course you did, you degenerate.
Well, fuck off, man. At the same time, I just want to see the Bruins lose. Like,
okay, as long as we're on the same side.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, within 2 with 14 minutes left in playoff hockey, like, you don't want to mess with that.
It is so weird to watch you drink that with the background. Like, that looks so creepy. Your glass blended in, and then it was just, oh, that's so weird. It's the weirdest thing. But then the liquid just like,
floating liquid.
It is not a dugout mug.
Gross, man. No. I got to be honest. It was super gross to see. Not your fault. It's not your fault. It was gross. It was just really weird.
I need to get a green beer so that it keys right in.
I thought we weren't supposed to wear green on the show.
No, not wear drink. We can drink green, not wear green.
I can do whatever. I don't have a green screen.
Yeah, I was gonna say Aiden's fine.
You told you to
I have no rules.
As any college kid should, man. You live your life, bro. Get out there and do it for us.
You're gonna be gone next week?
Yeah, I'm gone. And in fact, I'm going to try to meet up with Aiden while I'm down there. Aiden, we got to figure out a way to meet up because we got 3 more outs to go before we make it above 500 tonight.
I called it. Let's do it.
Wait, so are you guys going to be together on Wednesday? Could we do a quick call-in thing, or is it more weekend style?
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to be weekend style because I will be in Atlanta Friday and Saturday for the games or whatever, and Aiden is there in Athens. So
wait a minute, Scott. Can you bring us back lemon pepper wings?
Do it.
What's that? Can I bring back what?
Lemon pepper wings.
Oh, that's a good call.
Or maybe even just like their sauce or dressing or whatever. You know what I mean? Like their dry rub.
You think they sell the sauce?
I was going to say this isn't B-dubs. They don't sell it at Kroger.
Well, look, dude, I'm just saying if Cheryl doesn't want to drive home with 12 flats from Atlanta through all the cities to get to Cincinnati, then I'll take like whatever I can get, man.
Drew he has no idea how to get to Atlanta.
All the cities.
All the cities. Isn't it 71 South?
To drive through
71 South? No, it's 75 to get to Atlanta. Good God, whatever. Man.
I usually go to Nashville. I don't care about anything other than that, you know. Nashville, Memphis, that's my spot.
Hey guys,
they're gonna steal everybody's.
Atlanta's too far because isn't Atlanta like a full day drive? Like it's like a full 8 hours.
It's only 8 hours from here. That's not a full day.
It's only that's a full day.
Guys, the last time I was in Atlanta was when Xavier was playing Duke in the Elite Eight, and we drove down the night before, and I told a homeless guy that I was on the Xavier basketball team as a walk-on. And I still feel guilty about that. I feel guilty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what'd you get out of him for that? Or
I was gonna say,
did he just not stab you, or like what happened?
He like asked us for money, and I was like, I don't have any money. I'm a poor college athlete. And he was like, you're a college athlete? I was like, yeah, I play for Xavier. We're playing Duke tonight. And he was like, good luck, man. I was like, thanks, dude. And then I walked away. I was like, I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good about that at all.
Mike, you're a good guy. You're a good guy.
I'm more excited.
Like you feel
about
bad about lying.
That the homeless guy was like, "Oh shit, you're a college athlete, bro. You got it rougher than me. I know how they fucking treat you." Like, hey, God bless. Here's my last $1, dude. I know you need it more than me.
The only thing that would make that better is at the end of it if he just goes, "Roll damn tide."
I heard Nick Saban just signed a new deal. I know you ain't getting shit.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Big shout out to our boy Blake Stephenson, Money Blakeweather, for hanging out with us. Always great to talk to Blake. Be sure to check out his podcast, Unfiltered Bachelor. Also, be sure to follow us at Craft B Sports, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We're on there. We're on the YouTube. Go subscribe to the channel there.
We're on the YouTube.
And be sure to subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcast. Even if you watch the show live and then like later on, just go subscribe to the podcast and rate it and give us a review. It helps more than you know. So go do that wherever you get your podcast. Shout out to Belly Up Sports for being our parent account. We love Belly Up Sports. They got amazing stuff there. Go check out all of the shows on Belly Up Sports and check out all the content. It's just amazing stuff that they keep putting out.
Hey, Mike, didn't they just hire a bunch of new writers at Belly Up?
So many new writers. Like every day, the chat is just blowing up with new people that are coming on that are writing about a specific topic or a specific beat writer. Belly Up Sports, just go all of your sports content, bellyupsports.com. Go hit them up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll try to hold it down next week with Scott out. Aiden's going to have to step up and do a little bit more work next week, I think, without Scott here. Be the resident Braves fan. We'll see you. We'll see y'all next week. Cheers, everybody.
I'll be back in 2 weeks, and I'm still going to talk shit about the Yankees cheating.